and welcome back to English for You. I'm Seb.
And I'm Laura.
And we're here. Yay.
Woohoo.
And we're talking about something which I hate today.
You do?
Yeah. Reporting to the parents a teacher interview.
Are we in
That's
trouble? Is the teacher gonna complain about work and say, Sebastian and Laura, they've been talking nonstop in class.
Well, that's what they would always do in mine. We have in the UK we call them parent evenings. And every semester, every term, the parents have to come and meet the teacher with their kid. The kid has to go with them.
Parent-teacher meeting thing?
Yes, parent-teacher conference. But in the UK, the kids go with them. So they have to sit in between their parents and listen to the teacher talk about how terrible they are.
You mean like the kids listen to that?
Yes, you're in the conversation. It's super awkward.
I know, I wouldn't want to be in that meeting.
I never had good parents' evenings because I was not a good student. So I was always being told, he's not listening, he's not done his homework.
So the teachers
and then I could just feel my parents here like, furious at me, like we're going to be talking
grounded after this parent evening, right?
So this is something I hate, but I guess we have to get on with it, right?
We have to teach and also you guys could learn probably, you probably guys have the same situations or similar problems as the person we're going to be talking about later. Yeah. But I'm a pretty good student, so I don't think I'm worried.
They were good for you?
I didn't really mind listening to how the teachers praised about my work. I was
if they're
always
praising
like the top student.
If they're like, Laura is the best. She does so well on tests.
I participated in a lot of competitions, like speech contests. So
you're just getting complimented then. Of course you like that.
I was the teacher's pet, so I didn't like that.
Anyway, we'd better get on with our article now. So let's get started.
Reading.
The teacher interview. Reporting to the parents.
Thanks for coming to the school today.
Of course, Ms. Wilson. Please tell us how our son is doing.
I know he works hard on his assignments.
Yes, he does. Kevin does excellent work most of the time.
Does he complete his work on time?
Always. He also knows how to find original ways to solve hard math problems.
I'm glad. But what about some things he needs to improve on?
Well, he doesn't always speak up or ask questions when he needs to.
Yes, we know he's shy and doesn't ask for help much.
Another thing. Sometimes Kevin is away from school without a doctor's note.
We don't always send him to a doctor when he's sick. We'll make sure to do that.
And one other problem.
What's that?
Last week, Kevin asked his friend to do his homework for him.
Oh, that's terrible.
We will talk to him about that. We'll make sure it never happens again.
Kevin's a good student, but I think he will do even better if he takes my suggestions.
Okay, so today's article is a dialogue. So it's a conversation between a teacher, a mother, and a father. And they're talking about their son, Kevin.
3 people.
So, 3 people. And in our first 2 lines, we have the teacher and the mother. So the teacher begins by saying, thanks for coming to the school today. Okay, that is something you would say when you come to a school. And the mother says, of course, Miss Wilson. Please tell us how our son is doing. Okay.
Pretty normal so far.
Yeah, normal greetings.
Okay, 所以老师当然一开始就会说妈妈或者爸爸，谢谢你们今天来学校。那妈妈就说，那是当然的啊，这个 Wilson 老师哦，Ms. Wilson。Okay， 那
Ms. Wilson。
Yeah， 那 of course 在这里呢，其实是有带着同意的语气，表示当然怎么样。当然你也可以用 sure，OK， 可是 sure 有点就是被迫出席的感觉，就 sure 好了，我一定要来。那用 of course 来回应表示呢，这个 Kevin 的父母亲非常开心或是乐于出席，而且认为这场这个亲师座谈是十分重要的哦。OK， 那他有说 Please tell us how our son is doing，表示呢，请告诉我们，我们的儿子在学校他表现如何啊，怎么样呢
Yes. Now, it seems that Kevin's father trusts him a lot because he says, I know he works hard on his assignments. Okay, working hard on his assignments,
OK，
right?
所以爸爸好像非常的对儿子表现应该是满意的。他说：“哎，我知道他做作业都很努力耶。Assignment 你们应该不陌生吧？就是你们学校要做的作业，或是它也可以指就是分派的任务。如果你在工作的话，你就可能也可以，老板给你一些 assignments。
And the teacher agrees. She says, yes, he does. Kevin does excellent work most of the time.
Notice that most of the time, but not every time.
Not perfect, but good. He's doing excellent work. Now, excellent work is a phrase, and excellent work is work, homework, schoolwork, or the work you do for your job that has been done very well because it is excellent. The teacher is saying that Kevin works very hard most of the time and gets good grades. Our example sentence for excellent work is the actress won an award for her excellent work on the TV show.
Whoa,
Okay.
Congrats. OK， 所以老师说是的，是的，他是同意他的爸爸说的。他说他很努力，大部分的时候他的学业都表现得很优秀，很优。大部分的时候，但是不是 all the time，OK？其实 excellent work 除了课业表现就是或是学业的成绩优良，也可以指工作表现优良哦。OK？那 OK， 就像 Sebastian 老师刚刚例句提到的，这个女演员因为精湛的演技得奖，这也是 excellent work. Congrats.
So the mother asks, does he complete his work on time? Now, complete here means finish, so she's saying, does he finish his work on time? She could also say, does he meet his deadlines? Or does he meet deadlines, right?
OK， 所以这里呢，他就妈妈又想要更加了解孩子他会不会准时完成作业。OK， 当然他也可以说does he meet deadlines？OK， 就是会不会在截稿日期或者截止日期，比如说他可能2月2号要完成，他会不会在这之前准时完成。不过这里我们看到更棒的片语就是 on time.
Right, yeah. If he's meeting his deadlines, then he's doing his work on time. Now, this phrase that we keep using means when that something has not been done late. So, if Laura writes for a newspaper, if she's a journalist and her boss asks her to write an article for Thursday morning, and she finishes it on Thursday morning or before then the article was finished on time.
Yeah.
But if she hands in the article on Friday, then the article isn't on time because it's late. Now, other similar words we can use would include delayed. Now, delayed is not on time, delayed is late. So we could say this train has been delayed by 30 minutes. That means this train is 30 minutes late. Now, our example sentence for on time is the train leaves at 11:15, so we need to be there on time.
On time， 你做作业有准时吗？或是跟人家约好 ，Are you always on time？OK， 像是呢，如果你要讲说，我都很准时的，有付我的账单，像是可能电话费啦、电费等等。I paid all of my bills on time this month, so I paid them when they were due. Okay, and of course your teacher might say this a lot to you. Please hand in your homework on time. 要准时交作业。OK。或者有时候你到达一个地方，你跟人家约好，你就说 Yay, we arrived right on time， 就是刚刚好准时到达。不过很多人把 on time 跟 in time 这个片语常常搞混。in time 是及时 ，OK， 刚刚好赶到这样的意思。举个例子，大家会比较清楚。I got home just in time. It's starting to rain. OK， 就是我正好及时赶到家，因为呢，随后就开始下雨了。OK， 所以这是 on time 跟 in time 的差别，注意不要搞混哦。
So the teacher says always. He also knows how to find original ways to solve hard math problems. Okay, so math problems, by the way, here that means exercises or questions or homework. So we're not talking about problems like difficult situations or, like I have problems in my life. Math problems.
Yeah. Okay, I hated maths, by the way.
Me
Okay.
too.
对啊 Kevin 呢倒是很棒，他总是准时，而且他还知道怎么找到独特的方式来计算很难的数学题。Okay, maybe I can ask Kevin for help if I need to solve difficult problems.
And maybe he can help you find some original ways to solve those problems. Original way, that's another phrase. It's a noun.
Right.
And an original way is a way of doing something that has not been thought of before because it is original. Now, someone who comes up with original ways of doing things is creative. We call them a creative person. Very creative, very creative. Now, what do we call someone who isn't creative? Maybe someone who sees someone with excellent style and they want to have the same style, they wear the same things. We would say that they copy that person.
Copycats.
Yeah, copycats, or they rip something off. So you can rip an idea off, for example.
Right.
So our example sentence for original way is, this chef is famous for the original way he prepares traditional Taiwanese food. Okay, so he's thinking of new ways to make Taiwanese food.
Nice. Okay. Original way 在这里指的是独到的方式，就是跟大家都不同，很创新哦。那其实 original 我们常常跟 original ideas，OK，、就是新颖的观点 ，original suggestions，独到的建议 ，original work 就是独创性的工作成果，我们常常会这样连用哦。或者如果我想到通常很 creative 的人，还有是设计师 designers，so we could probably describe somebody as a highly original young designer，
Right,
就是很有创意的年轻设计师。
So the father says, I'm glad, but what about some things he needs to improve on? Right, because it can't all be good stuff.
They sound kind of strict though, the dad.
He does sound strict. It sounds like Kevin is going to be getting some words, some strict words regardless of how well he does.
Right, so 爸爸就提到了，他说啊，我是很开心啊，但是呢，这时候爸爸好像有一点严格，他说，哎，那他有没有什么地方需要改进呢？Improve or improve upon something，就是改进什么什么的。比方像是我们提一个比赛好了 ，Last time she ran the race in 20 minutes, so she's hoping to improve on that. Maybe she have to run faster. 所以上次比赛跑了20分钟，他希望他可以在这样子的基础上再做进步 ，improve on something or upon something.
So the teacher says, well, he doesn't always speak up or ask questions when he needs to. That's a difficult one, you know?
That's very typical,
Yeah.
like especially Asian students, they're like that.
Well, who wants to put up their hand and say, I don't know?
That's
You
true.
know?
That's true. OK， 所以他不太会勇于表达自己的想法，或者是问问题，在适当或是需要的情况之下，可能比较害羞啦。
So we are talking about speaking up. Now, speak up is a phrasal verb, and when we speak up, we say something about how we feel or we talk about our opinion, usually to a large group of people. So imagine a meeting in a big town hall and they're discussing something important like whether to make smoking cigarettes illegal. Now, members of the public might speak up with their experiences or their opinions or their thoughts on what might happen. Now, we can also use speak up in different ways too. We can speak up for someone, and that is to show support for someone or to talk about a cause on behalf of someone. So an example of this could be the celebrity used the award ceremony to speak up for women's rights. So she's using the opportunity, her opportunity getting the award, to talk about some ways that we can improve and work towards better rights for women. Now, we can also tell someone to speak up. Now, in this case, we're not saying speak up for women's rights. We're not saying talk about your feelings. We're saying speak clearly. So maybe if I say to Laura, speak up, maybe I can't hear her. Maybe she's speaking too quietly, which never happens. But, you know, we can use it in that way too. Our example sentence for speak up is, if you see a problem, be sure to speak up and let someone know.
Excuse me, are you implying that I have a beautiful voice?
You do have a beautiful voice.
And that's why I don't need to speak up, because you can hear me so well.
Right now, off camera, her face just went.
I
when
know,
I said that.
I was not happy. Okay, speak up 其实就是勇于表达自己的意见或是想法。当然，它在别的上下文有指的就是说，你可以讲大声一点吗 ？Could you please speak up？或是 speak up for women's rights. Like also, I remember Leonardo DiCaprio at the awards as well. He also spoke up for like a lot of environmental issues. He really cared about whales and the environment
whales
and everything
and
stuff. Yeah.
Right.
No. That was a great thing that he
Yes.
did.
But that's not what Kevin needs to do. Kevin is not speaking up for environmental rights or women's rights. No, he needs to speak up more in class. So his mother says, yes, we know he's shy and doesn't ask for help much. Yeah, it's a common problem.
I know. 所以他说是的啊，这个妈妈就说我们知道他很害羞啊，而且好像不太会求救，请人家帮忙哦。
Yeah, the teacher says another thing. Sometimes Kevin is away from school without a doctor's note.
Oh, did he skip school, Kevin?
Yeah.
Okay, another thing. 通常是在口语上说，就是还有什么什么，可是通常是提到了令人烦心或者是讨厌事情，就说还有啊这样子的一种意味。所以这时候老师就语重心长地说，有时候，这个 Kevin 没来上课的时候。都没有带医生证明哦，他是不是翘课？是不是翘课 ？We don't know yet, okay, but we need to know what sometimes means.
We do, because sometimes he skips school, or sometimes he's not in school. Now, sometimes is an adverb, and when something happens sometimes, it happens occasionally, so not all of the time. So if I say, I sometimes do my homework on time, that's not a good thing, because it means that other times I don't do it on time.
Right.
Other times I'm late doing my homework. Now there's other adverbs of time. This is an adverb of time or frequency. And other ones include always, never. Those are two that you know. But we could also use hardly, which means very little or almost never or hardly ever. Or rarely is another good one. That also means not much. Or frequently, which is the opposite. That means something which happens a lot. So
or often.
Yeah, often. It's like often. So our example sentence for sometimes is, I try to go to the gym every day, but sometimes I'm just too lazy.
Me too.
Me every time.
Okay. I mean, probably Erin. I mean, she works,
Yeah.
she seems like pretty
Erin
athletic.
seems like she's pretty
Yeah,
fit.
and she's very hardworking. Okay, sometimes 就是有时或者是偶尔怎么样怎么样。Okay, 那刚刚有提到很多时间副词，像是 never, always, okay, 大家应该都知道，从来不总是。那我来造个句子 ，sometimes 要怎么用？比方像是Sebastian's jokes are funny, but sometimes he goes too far. Like about, the part about speaking up.
That was, you're offended, okay.
I know, I wasn't really happy. Okay, anyways, what about we all make mistakes sometimes?
Okay.
I mean, we all do that, right? So don't be too harsh on people.
Are you saying I made a mistake?
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Okay, I'll forgive you.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
What about
a doctor's note?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, hopefully I won't need a doctor's note after today. A doctor's note is a piece of paper written by a doctor that says that you have been sick or injured and you can't go to school or work. So an example of this would be, you can only skip the test if you give the teacher a doctor's note.
It'll be really good if you know this doctor really well and you
Yeah.
get the doctor's note. Okay, doctor's note 就是医生证明，那真的要生病才可以拿到，不要装病哦。Okay, note 在这里有凭证的意思。那注意哦，如果你是用 doctor's notes，它就是个人的病历。OK，不要搞混了。
Changes a little bit there.
Yes.
So the father says, we don't always send him to a doctor when he's sick. We'll make sure to do that. That's true. If you just a little bit, you have a small cold, you can
just want to sleep.
Yeah.
You just want to get some rest. Okay. 对了，这个爸爸也说的是，就是真的。我们不会每一次都到他生病的时候就带他去看医生啊。不过因为老师都这样子讲了，所以他说我们以后就会这么做的。
Yes. And so the teacher says, and one other problem.
Can you say it like all at the same time? I mean, it
And
seems
one
like
other problem. And the mother says, what's that? Yeah.
Okay.
So
老师就说，老师就说还有一个问题，妈妈就说那是什么呢？ What's that?
Well, the teacher says, last week, Kevin asked his friend to do his homework for him.
Ooh.
What?
Imagine if your teacher was saying this to you.
I know.
And
my mom is here and my dad
I know,
is here.
that'll be really good. Okay, 上星期 Kevin 叫他的朋友帮他做功课。
And I have a problem with this. Not a problem with the fact that he asked his friend to do his homework, but how does the teacher know? Did his friend tell the teacher?
That's a good question.
Yes, yeah, that is a good question. It sounds like Kevin and his friend are going to fall apart. Anyway, we need to find out what asked someone to do something for someone means, so let's find that out now. Okay, so we have the phrase here, ask to do something for someone. So when we ask someone to do something for someone, we are getting them to do something that we should do. So if I ask Laura to clean my room for me, that means that I should be cleaning my room myself. Obviously, it's my room. But perhaps I'm just too lazy and I'm like, I don't want to do that. Laura, can you clean my room for me? So some people are always asking their co-workers to do their work for them too. That's another way we could say that. Now, our example sentence for this phrase is, Millicent had a bad headache, so she asked her roommate to do the dishes for her.
Stop asking me to clean your room for you.
Then it's hard.
I know, but you gotta clean it yourself. You're a big boy. Can I ask you to buy me like lunch later? Okay. Anyways, ask somebody to do something for oneself. 就是要求，就是本来是你自己要做的事情，然后就要求别人帮你做。I actually would feel bad if I asked my co-workers to do my work for me.
Yeah. Getting your friends to do your work for you as well.
If it's like an easy thing, like, okay, I suppose if your room is pretty clean, I can sort of help out. We could do it together.
Yeah.
But if it's like, oh, my room is like dirty and messy,
and I'm going to put my feet up and be like,
it's like,
you clean it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
unless
not good.
you pay me. Anyways.
So we are going to wrap up our dialogue now, and the mother says, oh, that's terrible. And the father says, we will talk to him about that. We'll make sure it never happens again. So that last sentence sounds a bit threatening. We'll make sure it never happens again.
Kevin, 天哪，妈妈当然就觉得很糟糕，可能也很丢脸。她说，爸爸就说我们会跟他说这件事情，我们会确认这以后绝对不会再发生。
So the teacher's trying to save Kevin's reputation a bit now. She says, Kevin's a good student, but I think he will do even better if he takes my suggestions.
True.
Now we have the word suggestions there. That's an idea, a plan, or possibility that someone mentions or the act of mentioning it. So an example of that would be, if you have ideas about where to eat dinner, please give me your suggestions.
I will do that. OK. 最后当然老师也觉得说，好像有点严重。他就说，哎呀，其实 Kevin 呢，他要打圆场啦，是个好学生。但是我想他如果接受我刚刚的建议呢，哇，他一定会更棒棒的。OK. Suggestion 有提议啦，建议的意思。像是如果我想要有问题的话，我跟你讲 ，Sebastian 他很会穿搭 ，he has great fashion sense. So I could say, hey, do you have any suggestions? 那常常我们会用什么动词搭配 offer or make a suggestion 就是提供建议 or you could also say this is a great phrase I'm always open to suggestions I'm ready to hear new ideas
So you're open to new suggestions?
Yes, but not criticisms.
Can I offer a suggestion?
It better be good.
I think it's a good suggestion. Okay. I am going to suggest that we go through to our For You chat question because it's that time now. So let's do that.
For You chat. Okay, here's a For You chat question. You guys better watch out. What do you think your teacher might tell your parents about your performance at school?
Okay, I actually have a really good story about this.
Oh, please, do tell.
Okay. So I had this one teacher, Miss Freeman.
Ooh.
Okay, she was my art teacher when I was 15 years old. And I remember it was parents' evening, so my parents and I were going to the school to meet her. And that week, she'd been going on about like how great I was doing to me. And she was like, oh, I'm really happy. I really hope that you can like sign up for the art class next year. You're doing really well. We sit down at her desk and she just begins to talk about what an awful student I am. She's like, he's never paying attention. This work he handed in last week was no good. He was late on this. And I was just like,
what did you do to offend her?
I don't know. But I was like, this morning, you told me I was a good student. Why are you telling my parents now?
Did she like break up with her boyfriend? Or
Miss Freeman was a bit, like I told my parents on the way home, I was like, she did not say that this morning. She told me I was a good student.
What about your parents? Did they buy her story or your side of story?
In the end, I mean, there's a long story. We could talk about this for a long time. In the end, my parents agreed with me because Miss Freeman had a tendency to say one thing and then do another thing. She did it a lot. So
Please stop
yeah.
doing
In fact, I
that.
think they complained to
You're a
the
mean
school
teacher.
about her in the end.
Oh,
yeah,
good.
So
She's probably not working
Yes.
there anymore and watching our show, hopefully.
yeah. So I hope your English teacher is better than Miss Freeman.
Well,
Yeah,
or you could always ask us for help because we're great teachers.
Yes.
So remember to stay tuned and watch our shows.
Yes.
We'll see you tomorrow though for
We
day
will.
2. Okay, we'll see
More
you.
useful phrases for talking about stuff.
Bye.
The teacher interview. Reporting to the parents.
Thanks for coming to the school today.
Of course, Ms. Wilson. Please tell us how our son is doing.
I know he works hard on his assignments.
Yes, he does. Kevin does excellent work most of the time.
Does he complete his work on time?
Always. He also knows how to find original ways to solve hard math problems.
I'm glad. But what about some things he needs to improve on?
Well, he doesn't always speak up or ask questions when he needs to.
Yes, we know he's shy and doesn't ask for help much.
Another thing. Sometimes Kevin is away from school without a doctor's note.
We don't always send him to a doctor when he's sick. We'll make sure to do that.
And one other problem.
What's that?
Last week, Kevin asked his friend to do his homework for him.
Oh, that's terrible.
We will talk to him about that. We'll make sure it never happens again.
Kevin's a good student, but I think he will do even better if he takes my suggestions.
Vocabulary Review.
Excellent work. We should ask Andy to design the science research. He does excellent work. On time. Sam's friends stopped asking him to go to the movies because he was never on time. Original way. Jimmy had trouble learning the guitar until he found an original way of playing it. Speak up. This year, gay people spoke up for the right to marry, and the government finally listened. Sometimes. I don't see Susan that much after she moved to Taipei, but sometimes she comes back to visit. Doctor's note. I can't come to work for a couple of days because I'm sick. I promise I'll bring a doctor's note on Wednesday. Ask somebody to do something for oneself. I had to go to work right after eating dinner, so I asked my sister to wash the dishes for me.
智慧小补帖
Assignment. Suggestion.
以上节目是由活用空中美语制作，活用空中美语杂志，请洽询全国各大书店。如欲索取试听教材，请来电02-2364-4000 02-2364-4000，或上网查询，网址是 www.english4u.net www.english4u.net